He asks, "What's the relationship with his kids?" Hey guys, I hate to come on and
It's
just
like they're my
talk.
greatest accomplishments and my greatest failure at the same time. But to see how it's just
Shout out to
crashed and burned. See some divorce, and this is all
THPP
season long.
Network.
Now, we comics. We do what we do. When I say we do what we do, one of the things we do, I'm not saying every comic. What I'm saying, we on the road. So to maintain a
Okay,
happy marriage.
so he's telling you we F on the road. Not every comic, just the ones who are going to break the covenant with you and God Himself. Okay, so I'm just saying it's 2025. We got to stop making excuses and we got to look at stuff for the energy it's in. It's two beings that want our souls and they're going to work in you depending on your energetic level. Okay, so he just said, we gonna sin. Now, you know there are two seeds on this earth. Okay, the seed of God and Adam and the seed of Cain. Cain is the serpent's seed. It don't mean all white people is the serpent's seed because at one time all people were black, especially back in those times. Um, Y'all better catch this, because we got to stop listening to these people. These MFers is sick, and I'm so tired of hearing it. Men and women, black people on the internet, just showing the world how much we hate each other. You sound so dumb. It just shows how garbage you grew up. That's what that means, and how your heart is vibrating too low not to be bitter about it. So when something bad happens to you, which I definitely think has happened to Corey Holcomb, you're gonna either be bitter over it, or the spirit of God in you is not gonna let you be bitter. And I used to be so mad at myself, like, why the hell can I stay mad for a long time? Like, I could have a fist fight with somebody and be like, you know, like I would feel bad, like we should still be friends, or because I'm not really mad at you. You just tried to fight me and I had to, this is how it goes. So I used to be so mad at myself about that. Like, when I can't, if we were friends at first and you do something, then, like, no matter how mad you thought I was, I still low key be want to be like wishing, like, dang, I wish that could have been cool. I don't have no hate for them. And that's the difference in your heart. I'm saying there's two seeds out here: the devil's seed, seed of Cain, that serpent seed, and the holy seed. And the devil's seed ain't just white people, okay? Because at one point, everyone was black.
To maintain a happy marriage is twice as hard as people who go to work and come home every day.
That's right. For an entertainer to maintain a happy marriage, it is twice as hard because you're going to have 50 times the women. Okay? Do that look at that little, I'm saying sometimes a man's countenance. That's what that book say. That look like, like, these bitches got to take this cheating. Ooh, I cuss. I'm working on that. I've been trying to cuss. I mean, not to cuss in these videos because I was a cusser. And, I'm still working on it, as you can see. But Corey got a problem. This is the same man who said a quote unquote joke about a picture of his auntie's vagina in his phone. Like, who would even say that under any circumstances? That's that weirdo stuff. And we keep listening to these weird. Look at that. That's some anger right there. That you got to take this cheating now. And that's why I like to look at people's face. See, this side, it's like that lost side. Whatever happened to him younger. I'm serious. I do everyone's pictures like this. And it's like you either see a lost side, a hurt side, and a demon. Or some people got two demons on both sides. It'd be like, wow. But let's listen.
If a woman isn't trained, society is in trouble. Gary Owens.
If a woman isn't trained to accept this cheating, you got to be trained.
Children went through a period where they were not close. And it is my opinion, this was orchestrated. The separation of him and his kids was orchestrated by a bitter, untrained woman.
Do you believe he played?
Now, that's probably what his mama did. Like, he and some guys, they act like their mothers were such POSs and they thought their dad was the bad guy the whole time, and then they grew up and found out their mother was like the neighborhood bust down, or they used to see men coming out in and out their mama house, going in their mama room, hear their mama having sex, like, weirdo stuff. And not with their dad that they were married with, which if you keep catching your mom and daddy loud in a married house and they having sex, that's still weird to me too. It just make these freakish motherfuckers, like, see, there I go again. But like certain topics like this get me a little upset. Okay. Corey Holcomb and men like him, as well as women who have cheated on their good spouses and their child if your child see a person being good to you and they having a good life and you cheat and break up the family, y'all don't understand that. Do y'all know them kids still be hating y'all? They be grown. Like, my own siblings get on my nerves how I feel like they still got a grudge against they dad. They do. They done said all type of stuff. Not they don't cuss them out or nothing, but they just don't give a damn to have a relationship with him because of whatever. Like, sometimes when you're cheating, and I had to Google how old are these children of Gary's that we keep talking about, because teenagers, especially 23 and however old them kids is, like, they sneak out and do stuff all the time. You mean to tell me they ain't sneak nowhere and see their daddy? Goodbye. That means they going through whatever my brother and sister have going on. And I hope that they don't let it go that long, because they are older than me and they grown and they still be saying stuff about, like, I be like, why y'all, let's go get your daddy, this and that. Like, man, that nigga all right. Shit, he ain't make it to everything. He understand. They like, shit, he missed my whatever he done did. I don't know, because they're older than me. They're still mad. They are never going to care to hurry up and be doing nothing for you, because they don't just feel like you played their mama. They feel like kids be taking it personally. That's why they be teaching them in counseling. That's why some people get their kids counseling after a divorce, so the kid can know it's not their fault. So the kids be holding grudges against the parent that cheated, be it the mom or the dad. I have two friends that can't stand their mother because she cheated. Okay? But Corey got a problem,
To bring up this story,
because nobody
If
gon'
you know anything about Gary Owens,
he came to my city one time, and it ain't a holy show, so people were expecting some raunch and vulgar. This was some years back, and when he came on, which he was the headliner, people sat there for a minute, but he goes so far that a normal person, whether you go to church or not, your spirit gonna be like, oh no, like, something actually wrong with this nigga beyond. Like, he's calling her bitter. This was orchestrated. He is bitter. I don't know if it's at his mama, which I feel like him and guys like him, again, cannot stand their mothers. They seen their mothers doing something unsavory. And so now when they grow up, they couldn't imagine a woman being worth a damn, because they mama and they grandma wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just can't imagine a woman being wholesome in any type of way. And so, back to the subject at hand, I need people to realize that y'all kids be not liking y'all for themselves. So I Googled the ages of these kids. They could have been seeing their daddy, which means, like my brother and sister, this is my own theory. Well, my brother and sisters, they're gonna always find a reason when they want to. Like, because they, like, sometimes something pop up in their mind, other times it don't. But they don't feel guilty about not seeing you, because they have correlated something from when they was younger. Like, that time he missed such and such. Yeah, he was out screwing such and such that day. That's the day mama talking about. Remember, that was like June. They be having the dates like you cheated on their ass. Like, listen, y'all better stop getting married, because them kids be hating you for them fucking selves. My mother never turned any of us against. I got my own father, but my brothers and sisters, she never turned them. I never heard her say anything bad. You know what I'm saying? But and I think it hurt her too when she see that, like, dang, y'all, we be trying to encourage them. They don't give a damn what we talk about. They feel how they feel. And just like he ain't had time, or he thought something was more important, hanging with his boys, partying, hitting them streets, effing them 304s. Then they feel like, well, I ain't really feel like going to get that nigga or inviting him to whatever. Like they're grown, and they still hold their own grudge. So think about it before you cheat. And the easiest default is to say that the mother did it. And no matter how many times she may say, I didn't tell them nothing, you're not gonna believe her, because it's easier to believe that she turned them against you instead of believing that the devil tricked you into turning your own seed against yourself. Okay? Because that's what he liked to do. That's how Cain, your own seed went bad, killed his brother Abel. I'm just saying, he tricks you into messing up something for yourself. And then you turn into this guy. Like, black people, we think this is funny, it's so cute, but we gotta stop listening to these people. He just said if a woman ain't trained for cheating, that book says that cheating and beating is a reason to leave. So whether he even knows the book or not, your logic and natural inclination towards good and bad would have you allot yourself empathy to always place yourself in someone else's shoes. The fact, and it said, do not put yourself above your wives. That means you run the house, but you don't got somebody that you better than, because woe to a whoremonger man that slip into the houses of the foolish women and cause them to sin against God. Meaning you done ran game on this 304 and got that bug. Your ass is grass, buddy. God ain't said, if it's a man, yes. If it's a woman, no. And then when Jesus came up on the guys that was so worried about this lady being a hoe, he turned around and hoed them. Like, huh? Ain't sure hoes like, he didn't say that part, but he like, huh? Okay, he without sin cast the first stone. Them niggas was scared because, y'all been humping on everything around the city like a dog. Okay? And then half the time, women I know that stay with cheating men, they always end up with some type of cervical, fallopian, uterine, some type of down there cancer. We got to pay attention. The devil is a lie, guys.
Strained relationship with his children.
Right. Hear that you're a deadbeat. What's your relationship with your kids right now? I don't have one. It's been 3.5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
How hard is that for you?
3.5 years. So these kids was like 20, 16, 17, and 28 or something.
We do what we do. When I say we do what we do,
They old enough to sneak and see their daddy. They sneak or do anything else. Like, we gotta stop this. Y'all better realize your kids will hate you for themselves, men and women.
one of the things we do, I'm not saying every comment. What I'm saying, we on the road.
We F on the road. He ain't got no intentions of doing you right, baby.
As
Not
an
now.
entertainer, to maintain a happy marriage is twice as hard as people who go to work and come home every day. I gotta say this. This is why if a woman isn't trained, society is in trouble.
If she ain't
Gary
trained,
Owens and his children went
society
through a
is in
period where they were
trouble.
not close.
If a woman isn't trained, again, that's that Adam thing. Remember when God told Adam something? He was like, what is this woman you gave me? Ninja, I'm talking to you. I made you first and I told you do what I say. She gonna do what you do. You know what I'm saying? So you don't let her tell you. So he's talking about if a woman isn't trained, blaming the woman. That's like the first time God was like, boy, go sit down. I'm talking about you. But so if a woman isn't trained to naturally fight her instinct against what God said, he didn't make wives, he made Eve, and he told him to be with your wife. Okay? And men begged. See, the Cain went on once he killed his brother and got kicked out to another land. The land of Nod, meaning you sleep. We listening to sleep people. He got kicked out, went there. That's who started. That was the first people to have multiple wives. Start that freakism. You know what I'm saying? Because the devil is already in them. Lasciviousness. Okay? Sometimes Hey, it's getting weird out here. We got to look at this stuff spiritually. The first people who were so pressed to F them H's was the seed of the first people who committed the first murder. So they begged God to have multiple wives. He like, you got free will. That's not what I told you to do, but you got free will. And that's why men have multiple wives in that Bible. And then the other time when a guy listened to his wife, because she and he faith was weak, that she wasn't gonna get pregnant, she gave him the maid to get her pregnant. Then we still beefing about that right now in Israel, where it's a whole bunch of fake people over there, and neither one of them people from over there. But that beef right there, where a woman told her husband and he listened to something he know God ain't said, and then now she mad. Like, when he, every time somebody had an extra wife in there, see how it went. It's never went away. You've been messed up ever since. That's why God told you not to do it. Okay, but I just want to say, y'all need to know that sometimes your kids was old enough, and then when they put two and two together, it was something in their heart, some little special day. If they find out that was a day you was out cheating, that's your ass, buddy and buddyettes. Okay? Your kids will hate you for themselves because they see that you the rotten motherfucker that we all talk about, or that ruins families every day and take no accountability. No accountability is crazy. So him, guys like him, the red pill guys, first of all, they must have seen their mama like bobbing for some apples, because they hate women, some of them. It's like you can't make a valid point about a woman to them. That's the devil. Them women on here, every day you sit up and talk about a black man this, a black man that, a black, like, that's the devil. Don't you feel retarded talking about what a black man do? I couldn't, as unsuccessful as some of my relationships have been, I couldn't imagine sitting up every day talking about a black man. Like, I stopped hanging around this girl because she talk about light skin, dark skin all day. Girl, you got a problem. I ain't even worried about it. We got to get away from these demented spirit motherfuckers. Just look at them. Who coming up to you to talk? God or the devil? Don't look at Corey Holcomb. We got to do better, y'all. And I believe that we can if we stop listening to these crazy childhood hurt MFers, men and women. Y'all is nuts.